If you're a coach, consultant, or business owner and you know you need a website and you're trying to figure out how you can create one, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can create a stunning, high-converting website in 30 minutes or less. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create a website that looks similar to this, where people can come and find all the details about your business. They see images and testimonials of your customers. They see the different services that you have on offer. And also, they'll be able to book calls, set appointments, buy your products, and get all the information that they need to know about you and your business. Now, I'm going to be showing you how you can recreate this very website that you're seeing on your screen. And this is for complete beginners who don't want to spend countless hours trying to figure out how to make websites, maybe buying expensive courses on how to code, or even spending a lot of money on paying a designer to make a website for you. So in order to do this, we're going to be using a special website that helps you to build websites in minutes without having to code. Without wasting any time, let's get into it. So this is the website that we're going to use. I'm going to put the link in the description of this video. You can check it out there. It's called creatorhq.com. You can just simply go there, and as you can see, it's an all-in-one platform that helps you to build funnels, websites, do email marketing, sell courses and memberships. You've got analytics, you've got bookings, and a whole lot more. To just use this platform, you just simply click here where it says start a free trial. Then it's going to ask you for your name, your email address, and then to create a password. And then it's going to ask you to register for a 14-day free trial. Just to let you know, yes, they do have got plans and different pricing. You can actually just see them just by going to the plans and pricing page right at the top. You've got the options to choose a yearly plan or a monthly plan. The prices are going to differ. You can see them here for yourself. But when you're registering for the first time, you're going to get a 14-day free trial, meaning that you're not going to pay immediately, but then you can just test out the website to see if it's what you really want to use. If you're happy with it, you just continue with it. If you're not happy, you can cancel within 14 days and you won't be charged anything. Also, take note whether you want to pay for the whole year or you want to pay month to month. You can just do it by choosing one of these options here. Next, it will bring you to this page where you can choose a template or a theme that you want to use to build your website with. For example, if I just come here and hover this first one, I can actually preview and see what my website will look like. If I choose this, I can just simply come in and change the image, change the text, change the colors, put all the details that I want. And this is what my complete website is going to look like. If I'm happy with it, I'll just click on here where it says start with this theme. But because we're going to be recreating this website, I'm just going to choose any one of these simple themes and then just recreate it. So I'll just click here where it says select on this first one. Then it's going to ask me to enter a title. I'll say new test because this is just a test. And then immediately I'm going to be greeted with this video right here, which walks me through step by step how to use the website builder. I'd actually recommend that you watch that video because it will show you how simple and easy it is to use this platform. But I'm just going to close it and actually demonstrate myself. Now, let's just say that you wanted to use this theme that you've chosen and you want to change the details here. Like, for example, the text here. I just simply need to just double click in there and then type in whatever I want to say. For example, I can just type in and say, welcome to my new website, like that. And then I'll just highlight the rest of the text and delete it. And I've just made changes like that. If I want to change this image, I'll just double click on the image. This image now pops up here. I click on it. And then there's an option here to upload a file from my computer, and you'll see me doing that shortly. But now I'm just going to delete all this that's in here because I don't want to use any of it, as I want to build my website from scratch. As you can see, in order to delete, I just click here where it says block, and then I click on the delete icon. And now all I'm left with is the header at the top and then the footer at the bottom. And this is where I'm going to start building out stuff. So back to my website, the first thing that I want to do is I want to create this hero section, and I'm just going to highlight this text that I'm going to be copying here. Plus, I see that there's a button there. I'm going to click here where it says add block, and then and then it starts off by being on the hero section right here. And this kind of looks similar to what we want to set up for this one. I'm just going to click this first one, and then it pops up right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click here, and then I'm going to paste that text which I copied. That's going to be the first part, and then that's going to be the second part. And I delete this, I delete like this. Come where there's a separator, I click on delete there. I click on this heading at the top, and I delete that. Then there's this text here that I need to delete here also. And I'm just going to reduce, highlight all the text, and then just reduce the font. As you can see, here's the font section here. I'm just going to change this maybe to 54, get smaller like that. And then I'm going to come here at the top and click on save. It's important to always save changes. Now, I don't need this section. I'm going to just click on delete there like that. And when I come back to this website, you realize that I need to make the text smaller and I need to put a background image. So I'm going to come back here, click on where it says block, and then I'm going to highlight where there's this image icon, click on that. And then I'll come here where it says upload a file. Then I'm going to locate a file on my computer. Like I'll choose one of the photos that I want to use. Once the image appears, I make sure that I click on it with this red tick here, and then I click on select. And then as you can see, that's now the background. Then I'm going to say parallax effect right here, so that when I scroll, the image also moves a bit. Then I'm going to come here where it says add an overlay, so that my text actually appears like that. Then when I'm happy with that, I just click out. Then I'm going to come back here to my text, and I'm going to change my font from Whoosh to something else that I like. Maybe I'll try Verdena, but you also have got an option to add more fonts if you want. Then I'm going to change this font spacing and click here and put it maybe on 1. See what that looks like. Still a bit too big. Put it on 0.8, something like that. Change the font size again to, let's say, 42. See what that looks like. It's looking better. I'm going to make it 36. Okay, I like 36. I think I'll leave it on 36. I'm going to click on save. Then I'm just going to increase the space here a bit and add in some spacing here at the bottom as well. Then I'm going to come here and I'm going to extend this text like this so that it's the full width. I'm not sure if you can notice, but that color is a bit off. So I'm going to come here and change it and make sure that it's white. And then I'm just going to bold it like this so that it's more clear. Then click on save. Now to change this call to action, work with us, I'm just going to come here, double click on the call to action, come here where the text is written, and then I'm going to write and say work with us like that. And then I'm just going to have to link it to a page that I want it to go to, but then we can do that later. I'm going to click out, and then I'm going to click on the logo again, on the button again. Then I click on this paintbrush here, and then I'm going to change the color and say border color. I want the border color to be white, and then the button color, I want it to be transparent, which is this one here. As you can see, nothing is appearing there. Then I have to come here where it says border size, and then I increase the size like this. I can maybe put it at 3. Then I have the option to make it a square call to action like that, or I can just increase this and make it round. Maybe just to make it slightly different, I'll just make it round. And just like that, this first part has actually been created on my new website. So now the other thing that we need to sort out is right here at the top where there is the menu. I can come here where it says company. If I just hover over this wheel appears. I can come here and then I can change this to Malaba Media, just like you saw in the other one there. Then I can highlight this part and choose the color that I want. I think I used this color, and as you can see, it now looks like that. Just to confirm, it was white and blue. Well, obviously I made it a bit different there, but I guess you get what I'm trying to do or what I'm trying to say. Then I'm just going to make this part white, and then can you see it's now disappeared? What I want to do then is come here where there is this wheel, click on the wheel, and then say header background color, click on that, and I'm going to make it transparent. And then I'll click this option which says place header on top of the content like this, so that it appears over this image like this, just the way that I've done here. So now, as you can see, the website is starting to look. And then for the menu here, you notice that it's black, and yet here it's actually white. I can come here and click on this brush. I just simply need to hover over this and then click on the brush, and then choose the color, change it from black, and then I just choose white here. And then as you can see, it's now white. Then my call to action button here, I need to change it to blue. I click on the paintbrush after hovering over it, and then I choose the blue color that I want. I just need to click out here. Then I just click on this wheel. If I remember correctly, I wrote work with Marshall like this, as you can see. Then of course, if I want to link it to a specific page, I'm going to click here where it says open on click. You click on that, and then you either choose an external link, put the link here, or choose the page that you want to use from the different pages that you create here. Once you're done, click on select, and then you save. So as you can see, my website is starting to look the same. Then comes this next part here where I've got this text here. I just need to come here to the next part, and as you can see, we've got 1, 2, 3 different sections, and then we've got a title. I'm going to delete this part like that, and then I come here where it says add block, and I'm going to add a block. And then I'm going to come here to the left where it says text, and I'm going to look for a central text like this, and then I'm going to look for something that has got text on top for a title, and then the 3 different parts where I can add my text. And so this is the one that I like and I want to use. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to come back and copy this. Have you struggled with? Then I'll come here where it says your selection headline. I'm going to highlight that, paste on top of it. Then I'm just going to make it bold like this. Then I delete these parts that I don't need like this. And then can you see now I need to put those different points like here. There's these 3 points here. I'm just going to come and highlight in there and then paste like this. Then I can delete this heading, and I'm going to highlight all the text again. And then I'm going to click here where it says paragraph, and then choose the positioning. I'm going to make it to the left like that. And as you can see, there's way too much space. I can just put my icon there, as you can see where my icon is, and click on backspace because there's just too much space there, and then there as well. So this video is not too long. I'm just going to jump to the next part. As you can see, the section is done now, and then I can just click on save there. Another thing that you may also want to know is that, like, if you want to preview and see whether you are doing the right thing, you actually have got this eye icon here to the left where you can click on that eye so that you can preview what your website will actually look like. So as you can see, this is what the website will be looking like when it will be done. But now we need to move on to the other sections. Also, you can click here at the top to see what it will look like on an iPad. As you can see, I clearly need to make a few adjustments there, especially with the text. And then if you want to see what it looks like on mobile, this is what it will look like on mobile. I also then can change the mobile view. I'll click on X there to exit. And you notice also here at the bottom, while you are inside the editor, this is where you can make the changes for the iPad version. This is where you can make the changes for the phone version. But I'll just go back to that desktop version for now. And then we just move on to the next section. I normally like to make those other changes when I'm done with the whole website. Coming back here, we've got another section where we've got this text right here. You understand how frustrating it is to work with different website providers. I'm then going to come back to our platform here, and I'm going to add another block again. And I'm going to look for one where it's just text in the middle. So I'm going to click on text, and then the one that looks simple and easy to use is this one at the top. Then I'll come here where the text is large. I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm just going to paste in there. And then I'm going to make it large like this. Then I'll delete the headline by clicking on it. Click on the bin, gone. Click on this part, click on the bin, gone. Just like that, I now have this section. Now you notice that the text is actually smaller here, which means that I might need to change the font size. So I can highlight the whole font size, change it to maybe something like 32. And then you also notice that the font is more central. It's not spreading across the whole page. So what I can do for that is, like, you'll notice here, there are these two arrows that are pointing left and right, where I'm hovering right here. You can just drag that in like this, and then it's going to create the demarcations so that on the right side and on the left side, you're reducing the space. And then if I'm happy with that, I click on save. Then we need to go to the next part, which is where I've got this testimonial. It's an image and then a testimonial. So I'm just going to highlight this text and then copy it. If you're wondering how I'm copying, you can copy by clicking on your right-clicking on your mouse like this, and then you click on copy. But I'm just using shortcuts. I'm using a MacBook, so I'm pressing Command C. Then I come back here, and then I'm going to add a block and look for something that has got an image and then text. So I'll come back here where it says text, and then actually it's this one, image and text. So I am seeing this one, which kind of looks simple. Let me see if there's another one that's more simpler than that one. Okay, I'll just go with that one. I'll click on that. And then this is where I'm going to add my text. So I'm just going to come here and paste the text here. Then I'm going to remove the spaces like I was doing earlier on. And I think I need to highlight this last part, make it bold. Now, obviously the text is a bit too large. I'm going to reduce the font size and make it something like, let's say 10. Okay, 10 looks too small. Say maybe 12. Okay, then I delete this part that I don't need. Say yes there. Delete this part that I don't need. Say yes there. And yeah, it's looking good now. Then now I just need to change this image here. I just double click on the image, click on this image that pops up here, and then I locate an image on my computer. So I say upload file. Then depending on where I have a file on my computer, I then can use that. Okay, I found an image of myself. I'll just click on that image and then select it. But now obviously you're going to be putting an image of whoever your testimonials are there. Then there's this option which says stretch if needed. I'm just going to click on that to remove that so that it fits in exactly the way that I want. If I feel it's a bit too large, I can come here, and where there are these icons here pointing up and down, I can just drag them up, and as you can see, the image is reducing in size. So this section has now been completed. Then I come to this long section here. I can highlight that, click on copy, come back to my website, click on add block. I'm going to come back to the text again and look for one where the text is just central. And this is the one that I'm seeing. Click on that block, highlight all the texts. I'm going to delete the text and then paste what I copied there. Highlight everything, make sure that it's all central like we have on the original. Then I'm going to change the font size, let's say 22, see how big that is. Maybe let's go to 24, it's looking good. Going to make sure that everything is bold, change the font to maybe Arial, and I'm just going to save so that it doesn't disappear. Now I don't need this first part, just built with greatness. So I can come here on this first part, and then I'm going to highlight where it says block, and I'm going to delete that so that first part just disappears. And then you'll notice that here, the background is blue. So I'm just going to come here, hover here where it says block, click on block, then says background color, click on that, come here and choose the blue color that I want. I'm just going to go with that one. I'm going to click out and save. Then I'm just going to increase the spacing here so that it's not right next to the white. Then I'm going to highlight all the text and then just change it to white so that it's more clear. Then now I've got these options that I can use to actually space out my text. So I'm just going to hover over where there's this red thick line here. Then I'm just going to drag it to the right. And then you'll notice at the top there that it's giving me percentages so that I can be able to measure the distance. So I'm just going to put it on 60 there. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this other side, hover over the red. Then I'm going to drag it until I get the measurement that I need. So it's kind of central there. Then I'm happy. Then I know that there's somewhere where I highlighted in yellow. So I'm seeing that I need to make this actually larger than everything else. I'm going to put it maybe at 28. Then I come to where it says to do and then up to website. Then I change the color to yellow there, put some space there, come down to this other one, remove the spacing like that, come down here, remove spacing as well. Come down here, remove the spacing, highlight here at the bottom, and then drag this down like this. And as you can see, our website is coming together. The next part is this one where it says, here's how we do it. So I've got this division of 4 different sections here. Once again, I do the same thing. I just come here to add block, and then I look for something that has got 4 divisions. So I can come and click on text, and then I try and search for the 4 divisions to see if I can find them. I'm not seeing them, so I'll just come here. It says team and testimonials. Look for one where there are 4 divisions. And as you can see, there's this section right here, which has got 4 divisions. No, I'm not going to be adding more testimonials here. I'm just looking for the blocks. It may be described as testimonials, but because I've used this before, I know that it's just about the blocks. Then I come here and I copy the title. I'm going to put the title in there, paste it, remove the parts that I don't need, like this, like this. Then we don't have any images here, so I'm going to delete all the images. I'm going to come back and then copy all the text as you see it. Delete these stars at the bottom because I don't need them. Now, so that this video doesn't take too long, let me just speed up and just complete this section, and then I'll show you when it's done. Now, as you can see, I've added all the text, and then you notice that here we've got this blue background here plus the blue right here. So in order to do that, I just need to come where it says border, change that and put the color to blue. Click out there, and then border size, I can change it to something like 4. Then as you can see, the border is now appearing right here at the back. I'm going to click out there, click out there. The border is now there. Come to the next one, click on column, background color, choose the background there, go and choose the blue that I want. So you can see it's now turned to blue there. I'm going to click out there. Then I have to come in here and change the font color, highlight the text, change the color to white so that it's clear. Same for the title there. And then I do the same thing for these last 2. As you can see, I've done it here. It's complete. Then I move on to the next section where we just got this text here and then a call to action. So already I can see that I've got this block that is appearing here. Probably I deleted something earlier on. I also have got the option. I wish I had spoken about this earlier on, but I guess I had forgotten, but it's still good to let you know now. I've got these sections here. I can click on plus to add a widget. So a widget consists of some of the things that you saw me actually creating. For example, if I want to put a headline, I can just take this and then drag it in there. But I'm going to, similar to a headline, I'm going to use text and then just drag it in there. As you can see, the line spreads across the page like that. And I click and I drag the text in there, which means that I can paste my text in there. I'm going to come back here, copy this text like this, come back, and then I'm going to highlight all the text, and then I'm going to paste that text in there. And then because I want this to be central, I'll highlight all the text again, come here and choose on my page, choose on the paragraph section here, click on that, and then make it central like that. And then because it's spread too much across, I'm going to come, maybe first, let me just drag this down like this so that we get some space there. And then I'm just going to come here and lean to the left here. When my arrow appears like this, I'm then going to drag this in like this. So that as you can see, it's now more central, and then there's spaces to the right and to the left. Then I've got a button option. I click on add widget again, and then I choose button. I search for the button, and then I drag it down here. Now you notice that it's going to give me a default button based on the page defaults. But now if I want to use a button similar to the one that maybe I used at the top, I actually can just click on the button like this and then click on where it says copy. Once I've copied it, it's going to appear here. You've got this section where you get things that you have actually copied. It's like to your clipboard. I'm just going to scroll down where I want to put the button. And then I'm going to come here and click on that clipboard thing and then just drag the button here like this. And now the reason why you're not seeing it is because it's the same color as the background. And as you can see, here's the button here. So I'm just going to double click on the button, Can you see? That's where the button text is. I can come and change whatever the text is going to be. I'm going to click out. I'm going to click once on the button, click on this edit styling. I'm going to come here and choose the border color, and then I'm going to change it to blue. As you can see, the border is now appearing there. Click out, text style, click on change, button text color. Click on that and then choose the blue again. Now the text is appearing. Click out in there, and then I'm going to click on bold so that the text is a bit bold. And then I can use this to choose the font that I want. Like if I want to use Arial, I just put it on Arial there. If I want to increase the font size, can you see? You just drag there. But for now, I'll just leave it on around 18. Then I'm just going to click out again. And I'll click on the button once, and then I'll click on here where it says alignment settings so that I choose the option for it to align to center. Then if I'm happy with that, I'm just going to close this gap right here. Click on this other button, delete that, say yes. And then I'll just increase the spacing there a bit. And then as you can see, we're kind of looking like similar here. But as you can see here, here it's square. I just chose to go with the round circle type. Then I'm just going to click on save. Then the next section is going to be us putting this slider here where people are just seeing the different like websites that I have done. These are just samples. And then if they want to see more websites, there's going to be a button for them to actually see more websites. They just click here. So what I need is another section again where it's just the text, and then I can put a slider and then a button. So I'm going to come back here, click on add block and look for something that is central. I'll come to the text, and then I'll just choose this first one here, and then I'll copy what's written at the top. Check out some of our work, copy, paste it there, highlight that, make it bold, remove the part that I don't want, which is this one. Then I'm going to come here to my widgets, and then I'm going to search for the gallery, or I can use the slider. I prefer to use the gallery, so I'm just going to drag the gallery right here, put it like that. Then it's going to ask me to add images. Then I'm going to click on add image, and then I locate images on my computer. I'm not going to look for the exact images, but I'm just going to give you an example. So I'm just going to click on any photos that I find. For example, there's this one, and there's this one. Those are 3 photos. I'm going to click on open. Give it a few seconds just to load up. Once the images appear, I can highlight all of them like that. And then I just can select, and as you can see, the images are now appearing there. So now, because this one is only showing one image, I want to do the exact same thing. So I'm just going to click on any image there, then click here where it says edit settings, click on that, and then it asks me images per row. I'm going to change that and put it on 1. And then here I can choose how wide I want it to be. I normally just leave it on 16.9 as it is. Then you have these other options that you can choose to just play around with to see what they'll do. I'm just going to click out, click on save, and then this is what it actually looks like now. So if I come here to this eye icon here to preview what it's looking like, and then I scroll down to that section there, you'll see that the slider is actually working just like it's working on the original website here. And I'll just close that out. And then next I need to put a button right here. Remember, we've got our button that we saved at the top. I'm just going to bring it and drag it under the image. But once again, it's going to be white. So I'd rather just come to this one that I've already changed. I'll click on it, click on copy. It's been put in my clipboard. So I'll come here to my section where I want to edit. Then I'll click on the new button, drag it there, and there's the button. And then I'll just delete all these other things that I don't need. Put a bit of space there. We're good to go. Then for this last part, we've got an image, we've got text, and then we've got a heading at the top. I'm just going to copy the heading at the top like this. Then I'll come here and say add block. And then I'm going to look for something exactly like what we just saw with the heading at the top. Sometimes you can find it in the hero section. I'm not finding exactly that. So I'll just come here where it says image and text and look for something with a headline, and then it's got an image and then text by the side. So this one looks like what I'm looking for. I'll click on that. I'll come to the heading example here, highlight it, remove it, put the text that I want. You can see it's a bit too compact. I'll come and look for these arrows here. And then I'm just going to drag like this, make sure that it's equal distance on both sides. That's looking fine there. Click on the second part, which I don't need, delete that. Come to the image, double click on the image, choose an image either from my desktop, but I'll just choose one of these that I've already uploaded for now, like that one. Select it, there's the image appearing there. And then the section for the text, come back, and then I copy the text, and then I can see that I'm going to need a button there. Just going to copy that part, delete these different sections that I don't need, and come here and then drag some text here, paste it there, highlight, paste the text that I copied, remove the spacing, and then I add a button. Remember, we copied a button earlier on, so I'm just going to drag the button and then put it there like that. Now, let me see, that button says what? Get to know us. I can go ahead and change it the same way, but yeah, I guess you get it at this point. I don't want to waste too much time. Then moving on to the next part, which is the footer. For the footer, you can also make some changes. As you can see, mine is these 3 sections: section 1, section 2, section 3. This one, everything is currently put central. So if I want to get the same idea, I just need to, let me start off by deleting blocks. I don't need this block. I also don't need this white space here. Then now I have got these different sections. I want to click on anywhere. For example, I can just click there. And can you see this appears where it says 5 columns? I want to change that and put it on 3. And now you see 1, 2, 3 columns are appearing there, just like we want over here. And then this bottom part here, I can just delete it like that, so that all we have is this. So all we need here is the logo, title, and then the trademark. So I'm just going to come here, drag on add widget. I'm going to put a logo there like that, and I'll add text so that this is separated. I'm going to paste that, delete like that, delete like this, highlight the text, make it smaller because it's too large. Maybe put it at 24, which looks fine. Make it bold, choose the font that I want. Maybe I'll go for Verdana. Let's see what that looks like. And then it's going to be blue and white. There's going to be blue on this end like this, and then it's going to be white on this end like that. Then so that it's actually clear, I just need to come here and click on the block, choose the background color. I'm going to go for black. As you can see now the text is appearing there. Then I just need to come and change the font colors to white so that they are clear. So you can see like that. Then I just need to drag this down a bit. Actually, that's the wrong one. Click on this one at the top, still the wrong one. Highlight where there are those red markers there so that everything goes down at the same time, just like that. You can see next I'm going to have my menu section. To create a menu, you just simply come here to the widgets again, and then there's a menu option. You can drag the menu option and then put it in there. Add menu items. After you've created a page, which I'll show you how to do right now, you're going to select the page. Like it's going to be by default on pages, and then you choose the page that you want. For example, I can make the first page to be my home. Those pages that you're seeing are pages that have been created by default. Then I click on select. Then now that option appears there. Click on add menu. I choose another page. The first one was home. The next one can be appointment. Select. Then I click on add menu again. The next one is going to be maybe about me. Click on select. As you can see, the menu options are now appearing there. And we can't see the menu options for now. So we just click once, click on the brush, change the color, text color, make it white so that it appears like that. And then do we want a background? Yes or no? Background color is on blank, and then I want to look for the option where it says the border, and this is where it is here, border color. I'm going to click on that, and then I'm going to make it transparent because I don't want a border. I'm going to click out. There's my menu there. Let me see if at the top I put a text saying menu. I'm just going to come here to my widgets, drag a title and put it right there at the top, highlight it and say menu, highlight it, make it bold, change the font size to about 16. Let's see if that's good, and then make it white. You can see. Then the last thing that I need to do here is add social media icons, and then these are the text here. So to do that, I'll just come here. As you can see, there's a bit of text highlighted there, but it's a different color. I'm just going to delete that. Then I come back to my widgets, and then I look for social media icons right there. They're appearing there, and then I just drag them there, and then I can choose for the option to share this page or to go to this page. Share this page means if someone clicks on the icon, it will open up Facebook, and then someone can share the website. Or go to this page means that you can put your Facebook link, your WhatsApp link, your whatever link, and then when someone clicks, it will actually open up that. So to add a new one, for example, if I want to add Instagram, I just click on the plus, and then I add the URL here, which means the exact website, your exact link. And then I click here where there is this question mark. And then I just simply look for, like I can type in there and say Instagram. Can you see Insta? And then that's the Instagram logo. Click on that. Then let me just maybe say a fake link like that. But as you can see right here, it's now appearing. So I then click out of that. There are my social media icons there. I'm just going to click on them once, click on the brush, change the color, button color, make it stick out. So I want it to be maybe blue like that. Then I'm going to click out. There's something at the top that we need to delete there. Let's delete that. Now it goes to the top. And then we had some text here. I'm going to look for my text tool and then drag it, put it there, highlight the text, paste the text, highlight the new text, change the color, just like that, and then save. And then as you can see, this last section has also been done just like that. Okay, I need to move this to the right. I'm going to highlight that. I'm going to click on that once. Click on this where I can align and then align to the left, just like that. And voila, our website is complete. So I can just click on preview. And as you can see, this is the complete website, which we have just built in these few minutes of building the website. Now, obviously, not everything is to perfection. I'm just showing you briefly just so that you see how simple and easy it is to do. For example, I would maybe just add some more spacing here. I'll remove the spacing between the menu options there. I would make sure that the spacing everywhere is always aligned. I'll increase a bit of spacing here, change this color so that when you hover over it, maybe it gets red or it gets black and it's clear. I'd remove the spacing. Lots of things that I can see that I would improve. But basically, I'm trying to show you how simple and easy it is to actually make a website using Creator HQ. So that's the quickest and easiest way to build a website in 30 minutes or less. I would invite you to try Creator HQ for yourself. Once again, the link is in the description of this video. But if you feel like you don't have the time or you don't want to actually build a website for yourself, myself and my team, we're here and ready to help you. There's also a link in the description of this video where you can book a call with us. And then we'll talk about your business needs, and then we'll create a stunning, high-converting website for you. And also, as promised, if you are curious about what exactly do you need to include on your website, I'll invite you to check out this video next, which will show you step-by-step how you can come up with the copy for your website.